extremely excited to see what Prime Minister Modi ji is doing, especially on the infrastructure side. 76,000 crores towards semiconductor is amazing. Trying to make India the hub for semiconductor and EV batteries. Biggest move I've seen in a long time. And on the first day of Paris show, 500 jets being ordered by Indigo. Wow, that is fantastic. It's really fantastic. Extremely proud of the way India is going, especially on the infrastructure. And all this credit goes to Modi ji. Fantastic.
Sir,
Hi,
where are you from and what's your name, sir?
my name is Atul Kadakia and I am from Chicago, Illinois. I came here to see this ceremony because, from Prime Minister of India and I can see the President of USA. I'm a US citizen and, I'm proud to be an Indian as well as...
How excited are you? Because
Oh,
you come
yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
Chicago. How excited are you to welcome Prime Minister Modi inside the White House?
That is, so much excitement, and, I have to pass through so many things because, my family don't want me to come alone. So I said, no, I want to go. And, finally, my visa was very hard and I'm able to go there.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 71.
71. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Hiya.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Jitu Contractor.
Where are you from?
I'm from Gujarat, India, and living here for more than 50 years. Living from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am here ready to welcome Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. He is the best man in the whole world. He's going to take India #1 in the world.
Ma'am, you want to speak? Just your last one.
Good morning, this is Kiran Verma. We are just here to welcome our President, Mr. Modi. I work for the Harvard University, just Harvard.
Thank you.
Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone over here, can you hear me? All the way in the back. Thank you very much. How are we doing over here?
Okay. You guys were chanting something? What were you saying? So you can see there are chants of Modi, Modi, Ghar Ghar Modi and so on. So obviously this is that's happening here on the south lawns of the White House. It's quite incredible. I don't think we've seen these kind of scenes. Yes, Dr. Manmohan Singh had also come here on a state visit. But these kind of scenes, it's almost like I said, it's a political rally of some sort where supporters of the Prime Minister have come not just from different parts of the US, you heard a gentleman there from Houston, but also from different parts of India. Some of them, of course, have invites for the state dinner that will happen later this evening. But for now, the focus is squarely on all the pomp, the ceremony, just soaking in where you are and the atmosphere of where you are. I mean, like I tweeted this out some time back as well. I guess it's one of the perks of the job, one of the privileges of the job, that you get to report from the White House. You've seen this photograph on, your school textbooks growing up, and here you are standing on the South Lawns reporting this historic visit, this first ever state visit of Prime Minister Modi. We'll get to the details, the bilaterals, the big deals that are expected to be signed. But for now, like I said, it's a lot of music, it's a lot of pomp, it's a lot of ceremony, grandeur, and of course a lot of supporters of Prime Minister Modi. You can see them, many of them dressed in the traditional Indian kurta, salwar kameez, and it's, mind you, it's not, it's what, 8:30 in the morning here. It's reasonably cold. It's about 15, 16 degrees. And they're all waiting here. And it's been raining. It's been raining for the last couple of days. And they've been waiting here just to try and get a glimpse of Prime Minister Modi. So, yeah, I think it's a bit of a rock concert meets political rally kind of an atmosphere. You get it initially for 3 years, and then you renew it for another 3. But every time you renew your H-1B, you have to leave the United States. Most of them prefer to go to India. You have to go back to a US consulate and get a stamp. Unless you have that stamp on your passport, you cannot renew your H-1B. So I think they are trying to now avoid this. They are trying to ensure that H-1B visa holders will be able to renew their visas in the US itself without having to leave this country. I think that's going to be a very, very big one. Remember, the quota every year is about 65,000. That I don't think is a governmental decision. That's more a US congressional decision. I don't think we'll hear anything on increasing the quota of H-1Bs. But I think this was a big pain point, particularly for techies who are here, for 3 years, for 6 years. Some of them have been here for 10 years. And also the other thing that we're expecting is the process of getting a green card. If you've been here in the US, worked on a long-term visa, you're eligible to apply for a green card after 5 years. But there are many, many people, thousands of Indian Americans who've been here for, 10, 15 years and yet have not been got their green cards processed. But here there are some folks. Let's try and see. So H-1B के बारे में कुछ visa renewal होने वाला. Yeah, what are your expectations? What do you want on H-1B? I can hear you. One of the things that he's talking about is the long-term dependents of people who come here on H-1B. For them, renewing their visas is becoming very, very difficult. So they're hoping that President Biden and Prime Minister Modi can thrash that out. But one of the announcements we're expecting later this afternoon is the passport stamping for H1B holders for renewing their H1B visa. That might be eliminated in terms of, they won't have to travel outside the United States to get that renewed. They'll be able to do this in the US itself. More on the consular stuff, I believe there will be 2 consulates that the United States will be opening in Bengaluru and in Ahmedabad. Of course, Bangalore, the big hub of IT, and Ahmedabad, of course, like I said, there are tons and tons of Gujaratis who've emigrated to the US, many of them 3-4 generations. Who come from Gujarat, so that's going to be a critical one. India will be opening similarly in a reciprocal fashion a consulate in Seattle, and Seattle, as you know, is the startup hub, it's the tech hub, it's where the big tech companies are all originating from, so it will of course ease the pressure on the only Indian consulate that we have on the west coast right now, which is in San Francisco. So that's what we're hearing on the visa and consular front, but like I said, top of the end will be the defense deals, will be the critical emerging technologies, and all of the strategic stuff. Oh, absolutely, because the stronger you are numerically, the more powerful you are as a vote bank. And right now, about 18 lakh, I'm told, is the number of US citizens who are of Indian origin, and they of course have voting rights. One of the things that they've been talking about for a while is that the Indian American community has traditionally voted Democrat. There was an attempt by Donald Trump in the past to try and tilt some of them to vote Republican. But I think given the number of people who've come here, I think they've come for just one man, and that is Prime Minister Modi. So once again, I'm trying to get to some of these people. What are your requests? What do you want solved in terms of India-America issues, visas, education, etc.? Anything that you would like to tell the leaders?
Yes. India's progress is world's progress.
Okay, India's progress is the world's progress, is what one gentleman was saying. But like I said, I just want to quickly round off with what to expect in terms of the defense deals. The jet engine deal has already been made official by GE. They will be partnering with HAL for the Mk2. The Tejas light combat aircraft. The jet engines will be made in India. And then, of course, the Predators. That'll get announced today in the bilateral. We don't know the exact number of Predators, but we're given to understand that all 3 services, Air Force, Navy, and the Army, have asked for a requisite number of Predator armed drones. So these are the things that we're looking forward to in terms of the substantive part of this visit. But right now, as you can see, and as you might have guessed over the last 5-10 minutes or so during this live, it's all about the pomp, ceremony, music, grandeur. Like I said, even for somebody like me, a reporter, I guess this is like ticking a box. This is ticking something off in my bucket list. Standard format whenever there is, especially with the United States, especially with US presidents, whether they are visiting India or vice versa, if the Indian Prime Minister is visiting the US, questions are taken. Usually it's 2 questions to each side, 2 to the Indian side, 2 to the American side. I remember when President Obama had come in 2015, he also had taken a question. One was from an AP reporter, one was from an Indian reporter. So that is generally standard practice that they follow. The buzz today amongst the journalists who are here, particularly the ones who've come from Delhi, is who from the Indian side will get to ask that question. We don't know yet. Only the folks in the MEA do know that. But it's usually sort of standard practice. There are 2 questions that the American side asks, and there are 2 questions that the Indian side asks. We will get to know. We will get to know in about, what? The press conference is slated for 12:30 this afternoon. That's about 3.5 hours away. We will know what those questions are. But like I said, for now, I just want to leave you with these pictures, overlooking the beautiful Washington Memorial, all of these Indian Americans who've gathered here, waving you know, the India flag in the one hand and the US flag in the other. I mean, this is momentous. I mean, this is what it is. It is truly historic in and of itself that on the south lawns of the White House you have, there must be what, about 5,000 people, maybe 10,000 people all through this, and all of them, like I said, to meet Prime Minister Modi, at least get a glimpse of him, if not get a chance to meet him. One company.
Always belong to someone else. And I drove miles and miles and and I had you for so many times, but somehow I want more. I bet a hefty majority does.
You think so? Oh, yeah. This is a great group. I actually know this group. My niece went to Penn and she
Can everybody hear me over there? Here? Everybody can hear me? Thank you very much. Podium check. Everybody hear me over there? Here? Everybody can hear me? Thank you very much. Podium check.
You are? Okay. You talk to the knack and you're out?
Can you move this way some?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. All right, cool. Thanks, Rodney.
Airs.
Does that work? Again, this is ABC 7 at the whitehouse. You see it's kind of quiet here. The ceremony is underway to some extent. 2, 3, 4, 4, and 3.
मैम और सर मैम जस्ट मैम सब उनको भी सर
So it's quite a surreal atmosphere. rally getting a lot of concern. And then, of course, we have the dignity and the soul of a military. Kicking off at about 10 minutes time. For 1 hour, after which both the Prime Minister and the President will head inside the White House for the official bilateral level talks that will begin, the delegation level talks. A whole bunch of agreements are expected to be hammered out, crashed and signed during those talks, including, some relief for H-1B visa holders, the re-stamp of their passport. They will not have to travel outside the US to get that done. Consulates will be open to everywhere in Ahmedabad. And conversely and reciprocally, India will be open in Seattle. And of course, we're talking for a number of days now on Wednesday, the Predator on the jet engine deal was now
He gets in. Like, you can't have one
Josh, you're so damn fast. You're so damn fast.
Right. You're right. I'm getting it. Okay, we're going to had 5 minutes to start setting up. We're leaving.
इसकी ऊंचाई से भी आएगा तो मैं वहाँ खड़ी होंगी तो नहीं वो पीछे से वहाँ पे खड़ी होने से आएगा क्या कैमरे में आ जाएगा मेरा फिर
वहाँ से वो देख लेंगे
मुझे
इधर सामने तो कोई कैमरा है नहीं जो आपको
नहीं उनको तकलीफ नहीं होनी चाहिए वो मैं कह रही हूँ वो मैं खड़ी होंगी तो उनको तकलीफ हो जाएगी देखने में वो मैं पूछ रही हूँ पीछे वाले
traffic at the lighthouse at 10:01 p.m. Two bands pulled up to let off the staff and delegation. Well, so another 2 minute warning at 10:02. Hopefully within the 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You could make it. You could.
And their respective delegations are expected to go inside the White House for beginning the formal delegation level talks. That will be followed by one-on-one talks. That will be closer to 12 o'clock. And then at 12:30, both leaders and their delegations will come out for the joint statement and for a very brief press interaction.
Right. We've seen, of course, the President, Joe Biden, welcoming Prime Minister. I believe he has tweeted out, Zaka, welcome to the White House, Mr. Prime Minister. So there is, of course, a lot of momentum as far as this relationship is concerned, and all eyes will also be on the announcements that the two leaders will formalize, some of whom we're getting a hint of already.
Absolutely. We've been talking about the defense deals, the Predator armed drone, the GE jet engine manufacturing in India along with HAL. Those are the big ticket items. And then there are, of course, the important ones that make a difference to people's lives. The H-1B visa renewal. The stamping is not required now to be done outside of the United States. That, I think, is going to be huge for H-1B visa holders here in the States. The consulates that will be opening in Seattle, in Bengaluru, Ahmedabad, again, that will help, tourists and other people who want to travel both to the US and to India and expedite the process of visas for them. So that's going to be another major announcement as well. There's also going to be, and I believe there are some details already out about this, about a joint manned mission between ISRO and NASA to send a person up on space. So I think that again would be well and truly remarkable. I think it will be the first time that ISRO and NASA are collaborating to send a manned mission
into space. So all of this, the details of it will formally be announced at the press conference at noon. Right now, the focus in the next few minutes, in fact in the next few seconds I'm told, is the arrival of the Prime Minister's cavalcade and him being welcomed by both Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden.
Distinguished guests, the President of the United States and Dr. Biden. Distinguished guests, the national anthem of the Republic of India, followed by the national anthem of the United States.
Modi magic!
secured our independence, bound by the same words in our Constitution. First three words, we the people. The enduring ties and shared values between our people and the shared responsibility as global leaders to tackle the great issues of our time together. Of freedom, secured our independence, bound by the same words in our Constitution. First three words, we the people. The enduring ties and shared values between our people and the shared responsibility as global leaders to tackle the great issues of our time together.
स्वागत है प्रधानमंत्री जी आपका पुनः आपका लौटने के लिए। मैंने हमेशा विश्वास किया है कि संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका और भारत के मध्य यह रिश्ता 21वीं सदी के परिभाषित संबंधों में से एक है। दो गौरवशाली राष्ट्र, हम इन तथ्यों से बंधे हैं और यहाँ हमारी स्वाधीनता के प्रेम से ही हमने अपनी स्वतंत्रता प्राप्त की है। हमारे जो तथ्य हैं वो हमारे संविधान के पहले शब्द यही हैं, हम देश के नागरिक, हमारे लोगों के बीच स्थायी संबंध और साझे मूल्य और वर्तमान के महान मुद्दों से निपटने के लिए वैश्विक नेताओं के रूप में हमारी साझी जिम्मेदारी।
I'm honored to be the first to have you here in 15 years. The United States is honoring and hosting an official visit to the Republic of India. Prime Minister Modi, welcome back to the White House.
मैं सम्मानित हूँ कि लगभग 15 वर्षों में पहली बार संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका भारत गणराज्य के लिए एक आधिकारिक राजकीय यात्रा की मेजबानी कर रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी, व्हाइट हाउस में आपका स्वागत है।
We spent a lot of time together going back to when I was vice president and you had just become prime minister. And since I've become president, we've continued a relationship built on mutual trust, candor, and respect. The challenges and opportunities facing the world in this century require that India and the United States work and lead together, and we are.
बहुत समय एक साथ बिताया है, उस समय से जब मैं उपराष्ट्रपति था और आप अभी प्रधानमंत्री बने थे, और जब से मैं राष्ट्रपति बना हूँ हमेशा इस रिश्ते को जारी रखा है हमने। और जहाँ हमारा इसमें आपसी विश्वास, स्पष्टवादिता और सम्मान है। इस सदी में जो चुनौतियां और अवसर विश्व के सामने हैं, यह आवश्यक है कि भारत और अमेरिका एक साथ काम करें और नेतृत्व करें, और हम कर रहे हैं।
With your partnership, we've invigorated and elevated the Quad between the United States, India, Australia, and Japan to advance our vision of a free, open, secure, and prosperous Indo-Pacific. Decades from now, people will look back and say the Quad bent the arc of history toward global good, as the Prime Minister describes it.
आपकी साझेदारी के साथ हमने एक मुक्त, खुला, सुरक्षित और समृद्ध हिंद प्रशांत की दृष्टि को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका, भारत, ऑस्ट्रेलिया और जापान के मध्य क्वाड को मजबूत और उन्नत किया है। अब से दशकों बाद लोग पीछे मुड़कर देखेंगे और कहेंगे, क्वाड ने इतिहास के वृत्तचाप को वैश्विक हित की ओर मोड़ दिया, जैसा कि प्रधानमंत्री इसका वर्णन करते हैं।
Together, India and the United States are working closely on everything from ending poverty and expanding access to health care, to addressing climate change, to tackling food and energy insecurity stoked by Russia's unprovoked war in Ukraine.
साथ साथ भारत और संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका हर विषय पर मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि गरीबी को समाप्त करना और स्वास्थ्य देखभाल तक पहुंच का विस्तार, जलवायु संकट को संबोधित करने से लेकर खाद्य और ऊर्जा असुरक्षा से निपटना, जो यूक्रेन पर रूस के कारण युद्ध से प्रभावित हुआ।
We made critical and emerging technologies the pillar of our next generation partnership to ensure that these technologies promote and protect our values, remain open, accessible, and trusted and secure.
हमने महत्वपूर्ण और उभरती प्रौद्योगिकियों को अपनी अपनी पीढ़ी की साझेदारी का एक स्तंभ बनाया है। यह सुनिश्चित करने के लिए कि इन प्रौद्योगिकियों हमारे द्वारा हमारे मूल्यों को बढ़ावा और सुरक्षा मिलेगी और यह खुले, सुलभ, विश्वसनीय और सुरक्षित रहेंगी।
All this matters for America, for India, and for the world. We face an inflection point, one of those moments that only come around every several generations, when so much is changing, technologically, politically, socially, and environmentally, that the decisions we make today are going to determine our future for decades to come.
यह सब बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, अमेरिका के लिए, भारत के लिए और सारे विश्व के लिए। हम एक मोड़ का सामना कर रहे हैं, ऐसे क्षण जो हर कई पीढ़ियों में केवल एक बार आते हैं, जहां बहुत कुछ परिवर्तित हो रहा है, तकनीकी रूप से, राजनीतिक रूप से, सामाजिक रूप से और पर्यावरण की दृष्टि से, कि आज हम जो निर्णय लेंगे वह आने वाले दशकों के लिए भविष्य का निर्धारण करेंगे।
And as democracies, we can better tap into the full talent of all of our people and attract investments as true and trusted partners as leading nations, with our greatest export being the power of our example. Equity under the law, freedom of expression, religious pluralism, and diversity of our people. These core principles have endured and evolved even as they have faced challenges throughout each of our nation's histories, and will fuel our strength, depth, and future.
लोकतंत्र के स्वरूप में हमने सभी लोगों की पूर्ण प्रतिभा का बेहतर तरीके से लाभ उठाया है और हम उठा सकते हैं, और अग्रणी देशों के रूप में सच्चे और विश्वसनीय भागीदारों के रूप में निवेश को आकर्षित कर सकते हैं। हमारा सबसे बड़ा निर्यात हमारे उदाहरण की शक्ति है। कानून के तहत समानता, अभिव्यक्ति की स्वतंत्रता, धार्मिक बहुलवाद, हमारे लोगों की विविधता, ये मूल सिद्धांत दृढ़ हैं और विकसित हुए हैं, यहाँ तक कि जब उन्हें चुनौतियों का सामना करना पड़ा है हमारे प्रत्येक देश के इतिहास में, और दूर भविष्य तक हमारी ताकत को ये ऊर्जा प्रदान करेंगे।
And they form a special bond among our nations, forged by the special bond among our people, based on values that are universal, a duty to family and elders, treating all people with respect and dignity, a premium on education and creativity, self-discipline, hard work, entrepreneurship, faith and service to community, courage and resilience, and tolerance and opportunity for all.
और ये हमारे राष्ट्रों के बीच एक विशेष बंधन बनाते हैं, हमारे लोगों के बीच विशेष बंधन द्वारा निर्मित उन मूल्यों पर आधारित जो सार्वभौमिक हैं, परिवार और बड़ों के प्रति कर्तव्य, सभी लोगों के साथ सम्मान और गरिमा के साथ व्यवहार, शिक्षा और रचनात्मक पर बढ़ोतरी, आत्म अनुशासन, कड़ी मेहनत और उद्यमशीलता, विश्वास और समुदाय के लिए सेवा, साहस और लचीलापन, सहिष्णुता और अवसर।
I've seen this dynamism in my visits to India. I see it in Indian American diaspora that reflects every part of American life and remains a bridge between our nations and only grows stronger with each generation. We see it with record numbers of Indian Americans serving in the United States Congress. We see it here at the White House, where proud Americans with Indian heritage serve our country every day, including our Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
में यह गतिशीलता देखी है। मैं इसे भारतीय अमेरिकी प्रवासियों में देखता हूँ, जो अमेरिकी जीवन के हर भाग को दर्शाता है और हमारे राष्ट्रों के बीच एक पुल बना हुआ है जो प्रत्येक पीढ़ी के साथ निरंतर मजबूत होता है। हम इसे संयुक्त राज्य कांग्रेस में बड़ी संख्या में देखते हैं और हम इसे यहाँ व्हाइट हाउस में देखते हैं, जहाँ भारतीय विरासत के साथ गर्वित अमेरिकी हर दिन हमारे देश की सेवा कर रहे हैं और जिनमें उपराष्ट्रपति कमला हैरिस भी शामिल हैं।
The granddaughter, the proud granddaughter of Indian civil servant, daughter of an Indian student, turned American scientist, who came to the United States when she was only 19 years old to pursue her dream of curing cancer. A family like so many of ours in our nation that speaks of the thousand stories of determination, courage, and hope.
एक भारतीय समाज सेवक की पोती, एक भारतीय छात्र जो अमेरिकी वैज्ञानिक बनी, जो 19 साल की उम्र में संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका आई थी कैंसर के इलाज के अपने सपने को साकार करने के लिए। उनकी बेटी। हमारे देशों में बहुत सारे परिवारों में से एक जो हजारों दृढ़ संकल्प, साहस और आशा की कहानियां कहते हैं।
Stories that define the relationship and the limitless possibilities between the United States and India. Two great nations, two great friends, two great powers that can define the course of the 21st century. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for your partnership, and I'll turn it over to you.
परिभाषित करने वाली कहानियां और संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका और भारत के मध्य असीम संभावनाएं, दो महान राष्ट्र, दो अच्छे मित्र, दो महान शक्तियां, यह 21वीं सदी के पाठ्यक्रम को परिभाषित करेगा। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपकी साझेदारी के लिए धन्यवाद। अब मैं आपको सौंपता हूं।
Distinguished guests, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India.
राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन, फर्स्ट लेडी डॉक्टर जिल बाइडेन, डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट, उमंग और उत्साह से भरे हुए इंडियन अमेरिकन मेरे प्यारे साथियों, आप सबको नमस्कार। सबसे पहले तो मैं राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन के मित्रतापूर्ण स्वागत और दीर्घ दृष्टिपूर्ण संबोधन के लिए उनका हृदय से बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। थैंक यू प्रेसिडेंट बाइडेन फॉर योर फ्रेंडशिप।
President Biden, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, distinguished guests, friends from the Indian American community filled with energy and excitement, a very good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to President Biden for his warm welcome and his far-sighted speech. Thank you, President Biden, for your friendship.
Friends, आज व्हाइट हाउस में शानदार स्वागत समारोह के एक प्रकार से ये भारत के 140 करोड़ देशवासियों का सम्मान है, 140 करोड़ देशवासियों का गौरव है। ये सम्मान अमेरिका में रहने वाले 4 मिलियन से अधिक भारतीय मूल के लोगों का भी सम्मान है। इस सम्मान के लिए मैं राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन और डॉक्टर जिल बाइडेन का उनके प्रति हृदय से बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Friends, this grand welcome ceremony at the White House today is an honor and pride for 1.4 billion people of India. This is also an honor for more than 4 million people of Indian origin living in the US. For this honor, I express my heartfelt gratitude to President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden.
Friends, करीब 3 दशक पहले एक साधारण नागरिक के रूप में मैं अमेरिका यात्रा पर आया था और उस समय मैंने व्हाइट हाउस को बाहर से देखा था। प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद तो मैं स्वयं तो कई बार यहां पर आया हूं, लेकिन इतनी बड़ी संख्या में इंडियन अमेरिकन समुदाय के लिए व्हाइट हाउस के द्वार आज पहली बार खोले गए हैं।
Friends, About 3 decades ago, I came on a visit to America as a common man. At that time, I had seen the White House from outside. After becoming the Prime Minister, I have come here many times, but today for the first time, the doors of the White House have been opened for the Indian American community in such large numbers.
भारतीय समुदाय के लोग अपने टैलेंट, कर्मठता और निष्ठा से अमेरिका में भारत की शान बढ़ा रहे हैं। आप सब हमारे संबंधों की असली ताकत है। आज आपको दिए गए सम्मान के लिए मैं राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन और डॉक्टर जिल बाइडेन का हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं। उनका जितना धन्यवाद करो उतना कम है।
The people of the Indian community are enhancing India's glory in the US through their talent, hard work and dedication. You are the real strength of our relationship. I thank President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden for the honor you've been given today. I think I can't thank him enough for this.
Friends, भारत और अमेरिका दोनों के समाज और व्यवस्थाएं लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों पर आधारित है। दोनों देशों के संविधान, उसके पहले 3 शब्द और जैसा राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन ने अभी जिसका उल्लेख किया, वी द पीपल, हम दोनों देश अपनी विविधता पर गर्व करते हैं। हम सर्वजन हिताय सर्वजन सुखाय इस मूलभूत सिद्धांत में विश्वास रखते हैं।
The societies and institutions of both India and the US are based on democratic values. The constitutions of both countries begin with the following 3 words: we, the people, as President Biden just mentioned. Both of our countries take pride in their diversity. Both of us believe in the fundamental principle of in the interest of all, for the welfare of all.
पोस्ट कोविड काल में वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर एक नया रूप ले रहा है। इस कालखंड में भारत और अमेरिका की मित्रता पूरे विश्व के सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाने में पूरक होगी। ग्लोबल गुड के लिए वैश्विक शांति, स्थिरता और समृद्धि के लिए दोनों देश साथ मिलकर काम करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। हमारी मजबूत स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप डेमोक्रेसी की ताकत का स्पष्ट प्रमाण है।
In the post-COVID era, the world order is taking a new shape. In this time period, the friendship between India and the US will be instrumental in enhancing the strength of the whole world. The two countries are committed to work together for the global good and for global peace, stability and prosperity. Our strong strategic partnership is a clear proof of the power of democracy.
Friends, अब से कुछ ही देर में राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन और मैं भारत अमेरिका संबंधों और अन्य क्षेत्रीय और वैश्विक मुद्दों पर विस्तार से बातचीत करेंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि हमेशा की तरह आज भी हमारी बातचीत बहुत सकारात्मक और उपयोगी रहेगी। आज दोपहर को मुझे यूएस कांग्रेस को एक बार फिर से संबोधित करने का अवसर मिलेगा। इस सम्मान के लिए मैं आपका हृदय से आभारी हूं।
Friends, in a short while from now, President Biden and I will discuss India-US relations and various regional and global issues. I'm sure that, as always, our conversation today will be very positive and useful. This afternoon, I will also have an opportunity to address the US Congress for a second time. I am deeply grateful for this honor.
मैं यही कामना करता हूं और 140 करोड़ भारतवासी भी यही कामना करते हैं कि भारत का तिरंगा और अमेरिका का स्टार एंड स्ट्राइप्स हमेशा नई ऊंचाइयां छूते रहे। राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन, डॉक्टर जिल बाइडेन, एक बार फिर आपके स्नेह भरे निमंत्रण के लिए, आपके गर्मजोशी भरे स्वागत और आतिथ्य सत्कार के लिए मैं आपका और 140 करोड़ हिंदुस्तान वासियों की तरफ से आभार प्रकट करता हूं। जय हिंद। गॉड ब्लेस अमेरिका। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I wish for, and the 1.4 billion people of India wish with me, for India's tricolor and America's stars and stripes to always keep flying higher and higher. President Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, once again, I thank you for your kind invitation, for your warm welcome and hospitality, also on behalf of 1.4 billion people of India. Jai Hind, God bless America. Thank you very much.
Are you going and meeting the people?
Mr. President, let's conclude the ceremony.
see that in the Hut's cam that's coming up this way as well. A lot of big shot on the
We love you. We love you. Welcome to US. Welcome to US.
People are chanting Modi, Modi, welcome to US, Modi, welcome to US.
Distinguished guests, the national anthem of the Republic of India, followed by the national anthem of the United States.
Modi magic.